Let's talk a little bit about the axis of action. This is also called the 180-degree rule, or sometimes it's referred to as the line, as in don't cross the line, or you're crossing the line. To do this, I'm going to make use of a couple of my household friends here. I have no idea what this guy's name is, but he dances, so he's pretty cool. And then, of course, we have Buzz Lightyear here. So I'm going to set these guys up so they're having a conversation. And we've established already with the shot you're looking at, there's a directionality, right? This guy is on the, I guess it would be your left-hand side of the screen, and Buzz is on the right-hand side of the screen. So the axis of action is actually the line that connects these two guys together. And as long as we keep our camera on one side of that line, everything's fine. So let's take a look at what happens when we stay with the line and when we violate the line.
So here's an overhead of our shot. You've got the dancing robot on your left and Buzz on the right. And the axis of action is defined by the interaction between them. So as long as we keep our camera on one side of the line, everything's fine. Here's our establishing shot. This is not unlike what you saw in the video just a second ago. It's just a wide shot of the two people standing there facing each other. You can see on the right-hand side of the image there's a little floor plan with a camera, and that will move around as we change to different angles, and you can see what the results are. Now we've got an over-the-shoulder of Buzz looking at the robot, and the conversation has begun over the shoulder of the robot looking back at Buzz. So far, all of our directionality is good. Even when we get into these close-ups, and you can see the camera movements in the little icon on the right there, as long as we're on the same side of the line, Buzz is looking to your left, the robot is facing to your right. But watch what happens when we cross the screen, when we cross the line, rather. All of a sudden, Buzz is looking in the wrong direction. It's not like he's even looking at the robot anymore. It's like he's turned his back. That shot, in the context of the previous shots and any subsequent shots on the same side of the line, doesn't make any sense. So you have to be careful about the line. You can cross it if you take the audience with you. So if you actually did a trucking shot where you went around behind one person and carried the audience along with us as we changed the line. The other thing you can do is cut away to something else and then cut back. With that lovely distraction, I bet you didn't even notice that Buzz has changed screen direction. Preserving your screen direction by paying attention to the axis of action is very important in the continuity of your story. You don't want people to be pulled out of the story because of a technical mistake on your part. You want them to be immersed in the story and to not even see the editing. It should just be a story to them that's flowing over. If they're pulled out of that by the fact that you violated a screen direction, it just makes your story less effective. That being said, there are filmmakers that have successfully violated the rule and done so deliberately. I'm going to show you a clip now. This is from The Shining by Stanley Kubrick. This film is number 29 on the American Film Institute's list of the top 100 thrillers of all time. Well, American thrillers, at any rate. And in this scene, you'll see that he deliberately, obviously violates the 180-degree rule. So the question I'm going to ask you to think about, and I'm not going to give you an answer, at least not today, why would he do that? Why would such an advanced, experienced filmmaker in such a, well, he didn't know it would be prestigious, but I mean, it has turned out to be a very prestigious film. Why would he make what seems to be such a basic error? Or why did he make this as a deliberate choice?
Hold this for you there.
Oh,
Tuesday.
thank you, sir. Thank you. Now, let's see if we can improve this with a little water, sir.
All right, I'll just set my bourbon and advocat down right there.
Won't keep you a moment, sir.
Fine. What do they call you around here, Jeevesy?
Grady, sir. Delbert Grady.
Grady?
Yes, sir.
Delbert Grady.
That's right, sir.
Mr. Grady, haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Why, no, sir. I don't believe so. myself now, sir.
Mr. Grady, weren't you once the caretaker here?
Why, no, sir. I don't believe so.
You, married man, are you, Mr. Grady?
Yes, sir. I have a wife and 2 daughters, sir.
And, where are they now?
Oh, they're somewhere around. I'm not quite sure at the moment, sir.
Mr. Grady, you were the caretaker here. I recognize you. I saw your picture in the newspapers. You, chopped your wife and daughter up into little bits. And, then you blew your brains out.
That's strange, sir. I don't have any recollection of that at all.
Mr. Grady, you were the caretaker here.
I'm sorry to differ with you, sir. But you are the caretaker. You've always been the caretaker. I should know, sir. I've always been here.